Greetings, y'all. It's Matt from the Green Arcade, back playing some more Farming Simulator 17. Hey, we're back up at Field 5 already. I gotta shut my truck engine off. I never can remember to do that. Back at Field 5 here. We have finished working for Mr. Simon Collins, and we're in pretty good with him now on the farm. He's decided to sell us this piece of property for $774,000, roughly. So, guess what? We've got the money. We're going to buy it. Boom. It is ours. So now we have this huge field to farm. It is the biggest field, I believe, on the map. Yeah, the biggest field as far as, the original fields, unplowed, anything like that. One good thing about this field is this edge over here. We can cut all these trees, clear this out, and we can plow this up right here. There's no little extra bushes or rocks or anything. We can plow all this up. There is this one kind of rocky area here, but we can kind of plow around this right up to the edge of it. And we could even, if we bought this field over here, I don't know how much it is, so we could plow around this and connect these together and make it one really big field. Let me see how much this one is. I think I still need to work on this one. Get to the little bubble. Yeah, Mr. Peter Wood. Well, he's actually got a mission for it right now. It doesn't take very long. Let's do it. I'm going to cycle through here and see what tractor I like better. T7. Oh, the Magnum. Yeah, we like that one. I'm going to do that one. So I learned a neat trick when while doing the missions. If you have a implement that you would rather use, and maybe even a tractor for that matter. I haven't tested that out, but I know that the implement deal works. I took I was working on the big field over there, of course, and boy, that thing shakes. Working on Field 5 over there doing a mission. I think I was cultivating, and the mission set up for the 14.5 meter wide cultivator. I parked the larger cultivator, the one that came with the big bud pack, right behind it, and got this. I think it was this tractor, as a matter of fact. It was the Magnum that pulled it, and I used that cultivator. I just backed right up to it. Don't put it too far away, or it'll start barking at you saying return to the field, and start counting down those 10 seconds. But it totally worked. Backed up to it, hooked it up, unfolded it, kind of right in front of the blue one that was parked right there at the edge for the mission, and yeah, it worked. I mean, I was shocked. I thought it would be like mission failed or something like that, but no, it totally worked. So I guess you can bring your own equipment, maybe. If that's the case, I'll just take the big bud up there with that wide planter next time if I want to plant. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll let me select, I don't know. I wonder if it'll let you select what seed you want. Like if you're getting close to buying it and you want to plant, say you want to plant canola or soybeans or something like that, then I wonder if it will let you plant what you want. I know if you use the seeder that is provided for you there, it will not. It will not let you cycle through the different grains. So it may not let you do that, but it'd be something interesting to look at. But yeah, we could plow all this, connect these two fields here, kind of with a curve there on that corner. Of course, you can't connect that one way over there. There's a house in the way, but that would have been cool. That would be one ginormous field, We don't need to get really extremely big, but this is America, by the way. So hope everyone had a good Memorial Day. Had your barbecues and your drinks and hot dogs and cheeseburgers, or whatever you had on Memorial Day. Hope you had a good, enjoyable one. And let's not forget the military personnel, the servicemen. all keeping the country safe. That's what it's all about anyway. But the reason that we have barbecues and pool parties and all that stuff is to celebrate that anyway. I mean, that's what they're fighting for. So we have the freedoms to do that stuff. So we celebrate it in their honor. But we do honor their sacrifice in doing that, and we do remember them on Memorial Day. Memorial Day is kind of the kickstart day holiday to summer, and then you have your your summer. Everybody's getting out on summer vacation, all the schools, stuff like that. Memorial Day is kind of, like I said, the kickstart holiday. You have summer, you have June, then you have the 4th of July is kind of the peak of it. And then you celebrate that. You have fireworks. Same thing, barbecue, hot dogs, cheeseburgers. Of course, me. I'm going to talk about food, but 4th of July is kind of the peak. And then you get into July, and you keep on going and start winding down a little bit in the end of July, and then August comes, and you start, most of the kids start getting ready for school, I guess. But that's it. How far did we get? Yeah, we're almost halfway. Okay, well, wait a minute. There's the this is the cultivate mission. I want to show you guys this. Let me find my tractor. Where's my tractor? Oh yeah, this I need to show you before we do that. Okay, you will never see this farm as organized as it is right now, except for the roller. Forget the roller. I got my trucks all lined up here. Need to buy some more trucks. Okay, here we go. Here's the harvesters. Okay. Here's the tractors over here. Got them parked over here. Here's my big bud. He's cultivating this, but I want to suspend him from this right now. This is field 20. Yeah, 20 that we bought. So I'm going to fold this up, and I'm going to take it up here because we got a cultivating mission up there. Like I said, I don't know if it'll let me use this tractor. So I'm curious to see what it will say. But we'll go up there and try this anyway. And field 5, I believe, is planted in sunflower. Yeah, so we're going to do a round of sunflower this time. So that's why I'm cultivating ahead. And with the discovery, I found out that you could store stuff at the train station. I had no idea. I knew you could do it at the central hub one over there, but I thought you had to pay for the other one, for the Maplefield pool, or maybe the one up by the pigs. I thought you had to pay for those, or maybe they took a certain percentage of the grain that you sold or something like that. But apparently not. I haven't seen, and I don't. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I have not seen it take any money away, or any grain for that matter. And I've got 500,000 liters of some crop over there at Maplefield Mill. So I may be wrong, but if I am, you guys, correct me. I don't know. I kind of find it weird that they did that way, because if you store it at your farm, you have 100,000 liter limit, and then you have to buy silos at $125,000 a pop for an additional 100,000 liters. But yet you can store the crop at the train stations, and they have fill points. Not only just for the train, but for the trucks too. So it's kind of like having, silos on different parts of the map here. And I'm not complaining. I like it, but I'm just kind of shocked that they did it that way, because they kind of, a lot of times they kind of seem to want to make you work for your money here. Of course, it's the name of the game, but I was just kind of shocked that they did it that way. I would have expected they would have at least charged you a fee for storing your crops there, or maybe a certain percentage of your crops. And you know what? That field looks like it's ready to be harvested. It is. It's canola. I might do that mission before we get this guy back to cultivating our own fields. But I want to see if this works, and I'm going to try it with the Big Bud if it'll let me. And you know, I had this Big Bud clean. I had it clean just a little bit ago, and it has gotten dirty again. So now here, let me see. The tractor will spawn there. I'm going to put this guy right here. Just kind of out of the way. And we'll see if it'll let me do it. Let me shut the engine off. Now I'm just going to go with, you know, some random thing. We'll start with this one. This is the scenario that I had earlier on 5. I had the Magnum and the All-Rounder, I guess is what it's called. So I'm going to start this mission. Now I'm going to get out of the tractor and not go too far away from the field and get in my Big Bud. Oh wait, it might not work. Let me see, let me get the Big Bud over here. Okay, so that's a stipulation. You have to use the tractor. So now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to park the Big Bud right here. Or not the Big Bud, the cultivator. Just going to drop it right there and move the Big Bud out of the way. Park it right about there, maybe. Well, no, I'll back it up here in these trees. Get it really out of the way. Alright, now, we'll go back over here. See, I've got my cultivator here. So that's the catch. You have to use their equipment. So we want something with power. I know the Magnum has it, so I'm going to use the Magnum. So now all I'm going to do is back up just a hair. There we go. Grab this. See, it's not barking at me because I'm using the tractor. I think that's the catch. You have to use the tractor. So start to unfold that. And we'll just leave everything there. I wonder if I need that weight though. You know what? I bet I do. Let me go grab that weight real quick. I think I need the weight. I know I'm under time pressure here, but I think I need the weight. Because this cultivator is actually... It's actually 500 horsepower required to run it. But this is 435. I think it'll do it. Come on. Nope. I want the back thing. Here we go. Unfold. And then drop it and then pull it. See, it totally works. The mission bar has started. There's a 10 mile per hour max on this cultivator, and going uphill it's going to take a minute to get there, but if you don't stop, if you just continuously run this thing around the field, and what we're going to do, we're going to make wide turns with it. It says we got 18 minutes to do this. We'll have this thing done in probably about 7 or 8. Probably by the time we finish the video here. So yeah, if you just do this, just continuously run it and make wide turns with it. Of course, I mean, making wide turns with this thing is what it's designed for. See, now we're cultivating and we're getting it done in what, double the time? So maybe we'll get a better time bonus. Of course, you know, I derped around and went and grabbed the weight and everything, but I still think it'll be quicker than doing it with the any of the in-game ones there. Or the smaller ones, I should say. This cultivator technically is in-game, but it's holding the speed as long as I make these wide turns. If you do it too sharp, see, like that, it goes down to 9, or it'll drop down to even lower than that. I got it down to 5 miles per hour over there on field 5 before I figured out how I needed to do it. But yeah, you can see we're getting close to halfway done now. And yeah, going uphill, anytime you go uphill and you have the less than required power to pull the implement, it will drop down. Yeah, see, there I go again, going back uphill. I would do it side to side, but it takes longer to turn, so come on, baby. See, it's gotten down to 6 now. Maybe I can do just this upper half. Get this done. Get off of this hill, because that looks pretty flat down there. I have to do some quick turns here. Try to make them as wide as possible without losing speed. I want to keep going downhill is the thing. And you see I'm not going uphill, but when I turn left I'll go downhill. When I go that way I'm still not going downhill. Whoop. Need to get that turned. And now we're getting down into the flat here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn here and maybe go over one more. Yeah, I was excited the other day. I saw the farmers start harvesting their wheat. Getting close to the first part of June. And there was a storm, big storm coming, and they got out there and were starting to harvest it. I thought that was pretty neat. I may try to catch some footage of them harvesting that if they're still doing it. Alright, now this should finish. I'm not really going up the hill that much. So it gave us what, maybe 19-20 minutes to do this, and we're pretty much done. See, I made that turn a little too sharp. Cut it down to 7. This should click over. Come on, wheel, click over. Come on, wheel, click over. I'm done. I'm done here, buddy. Come on. Yes. Alright. So we made a little bit of money on that one, and we earned his trust a little more. So seeding, I'm not really a fan of the seeding mission, so. Alright, well, we'll take our oh yeah, that's another thing I need to tell y'all. The implement that you're using, if you're using one of your own, stays in the field. So don't forget to get it out. I had forgotten that, and I think this implement was actually way over, kind of in the middle of the field over there somewhere when I did 5, and forgot about it, and had something start growing, or actually had, I think it's the current crop that's in there, that it had seeded it, and it went around it, but if I hadn't saw the little dot there, and I was like, what's that little dot in the field up there? I was like, oh, that's my implement that I was using. It just stopped right there. It dropped right there where it was at. So if I hadn't saw that, it would have grown up around it, and I would have had to harvest around it, and then probably lost a little bit of crop there. So, but yeah, this field is going to require a little bit of work. We'll cut the trees, and what we're going to do, we're definitely going to plow all this together right here, and probably plow this up next to it. Oh wow, there goes the sunflower. I haven't started planting anything yet. I'm gonna come back and do that after I finish cultivating, or at least after I get this guy back down to the field down here. Sir, this is a wide load. Excuse me. Thank you. I really need some beacons on this tractor. Can't put hazards or beacons on this thing, so. Anyway, I'm going to take this guy back down to field 20 and get him rolling back down there again. And we'll come back and start planting some sunflower and do some other stuff. It's getting kind of late here. May wait till morning and come back and start the seeding process. So until next time, guys, remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Grain Arcade. We'll see you guys later.